On this episode, Dude and Tyler take the podcast outside for our first deck podcast as the weather turns nice. We sit down to 4 reasonably accessible bourbons in a blind format. Find out what they were and what we thought on this episode of The Bourbon Hunters. But before we get started, do you want to support our podcast? Do you like bourbon gear? Visit our website at www.bourbonhunters.com to buy some of our custom bourbon gear and to support the podcast. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us on our hunt for great bourbon. Reward yourself and sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy. Welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Hunters. I am Dude Plum, joined by
Tyler Schaefer.
No Brett Bryan tonight. This is 2 in a row with no Brett and Tyler. This is like back to the origin stories of Bourbon Hunters.
Yeah.
And
it is the first of our deck series.
Yeah. I will say you have a nice deck.
It is. I need to
restain it. Isn't this a new deck? Didn't you build this?
Yeah.
It seems that you already have a lot of paint coming off, or a stain, or whatever that is.
Well, there's a couple of things with that. I have dogs? 2 shithead dogs.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot that is not from the dogs. That I think it is just the type of stain I use. It's more of a paint stain. Mm-hmm. And it's also Menards brand. So.
Oh, fucking Menards.
Yeah.
They suck.
There's a lot of things
I don't know anything
about. There's a lot that I really love, but then when it comes to some stuff, I'm just like,
They have a huge variety of stuff. I know that. It's like crazy walking in there.
Yeah.
It's like what I feel like the first time I ever walked into a Lowe's, but now I'm used to Lowe's.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I walk into Menards. It's crazy. It's almost like the Costco of like hardware and stuff like that.
Because they have everything.
Yeah,
too.
And they've got a lot of
massive.
Everything.
It's massive.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, the other thing too is we kind of don't realize it, but this is 3 years old.
They even have groceries, which is funny.
Yeah, I'll get some groceries randomly if I'm like, oh fuck, I needed this.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you realize this is 3 years old? When we did that patio down there, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I just felt like, it was quick for the stain to be coming off. I don't know how often.
I don't know the initial one, but I know that most everyone that you talk to, I think they stain the upside of their deck once every 2 years, maybe.
Okay.
Once a year, once every 2 years.
You're a year past if that's the case.
Yeah. Now the railings and all that stuff, like I think that's typically like once every 5 years.
Yeah. All right.
But
so the high traffic areas, you're saying.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. She turned out good for my design and my half-assedness.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of half-assedness.
Except for the deck. That's my father-in-law. He didn't half-ass that.
Yeah. Well, in the patio, the excavation work was not half-assed.
It was not half-assed.
I went full ass on excavation.
Yeah. It was poorly planned.
How so? You had a vision, and that's the vision that came to fruition.
So when you know how we moved all the dirt over on the side? All the dirt got moved to the side.
Yeah. Is that where your planer became? Is that what became
No,
your planer?
like the dirt got moved to the side. Some of the dirt got put back in there.
Yeah.
But getting the dirt out of there, I had to rent a what are they called? A dingo? Are they dingo? Yeah.
The dingo ate my baby.
It's basically like a skid steer with how it's like half the size to get it all out of there. And it took me a while to get it out of there. And when I did that and I realized how much fucking dirt that we actually took up for that patio and we did it all by hand, I was mind blown.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I just stopped and I thought, like, why didn't I buy a mini excavator, which I could have gotten through the fence,
You probably could have even just had a rototiller,
No, if you remember, that was like where it slopes down. It was 17 inches. We dug below surface.
Yeah, I just meant like you could have rototilled, we cut it, and then you rototill again, like to loosen it and then just get it out.
Well, the biggest thing that I could have done was stripped the sod first.
Yeah.
We also did it in the hottest part of the year when the ground was a fucking rock.
It was a rock.
But
once we got underneath the sod, it was fine.
But I literally could have just rented an excavator for the day and it would have been done.
Yeah, probably. But then you would have paid money to do it instead of having your friends come over and do it for free.
Yeah, but like when I looked at the prices and it was like $200 or something like that, I'm like, why the fuck did I not do this?
In hindsight, sure.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't have had us, come over and grace you with our presence.
Yeah.
So today we've got 4 pours. We're doing a blind. It was originally scheduled for me and Tyler and Brett.
And more.
And hopefully Jason and Britt and Heath, but none of them showed.
None of them.
It was just me. I feel like I'm the one constant on this show.
You're the one that always shows up.
Interesting how that works. So we're doing a blind
and for
today.
that, you get all the free stuff.
I get all the So do you want to know what the category is? I mean, I know what it is, and there's only 2 of us. You may as well at least know, right?
Sure.
Okay, so this is semi-accessible bourbons over 100 proof. There are no barrel picks or anything like that in this. These are all shelfers that are semi-accessible.
Okay.
Not like hard to find. Some areas may be harder than others, but if you really wanted to get these, you could get them.
Okay.
And you should be able to get them for a non-secondary price.
Yeah.
Every one of these. So that is the theme for today. You want to jump into this first one? I hope you know which one you poured from, and you're keeping them in order.
I did.
Okay.
I took a
picture.
A picture.
As long as... Were you the one who said you took pictures and we made fun of you?
Maybe.
But anyway.
Although now that did you put them in any
it doesn't matter because
order?
I don't know what order. I don't remember what order I put them in. And if they came out in the exact same order, it wouldn't affect anything. Because I wouldn't know, and you don't know what they are.
Okay,
so.
That's what I wanted to know, because I just realized I think I pulled them out like kind of in order, but...
The color stickers are the only thing that matters. As long as you remember what order those went in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have them ordered out, and I took a picture of it.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to go in order of that.
Okay. You better. All right, so let's nose this one. What do you think? I get...
that's a really good nose.
Manure.
No.
No, earlier...
Is that mulch?
Earlier when we're sitting out on Tyler's deck, if you couldn't figure out already. And earlier we could smell some like mulchy, maybe fertilizer, manure-y type of smell. And so that was my bad joke.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, this isn't too bad. I'm not real sure about your cleaning of these glasses.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I smell like residual something. I don't know. Maybe.
You're out of your mind.
Maybe. That
well,
is
they go
yet to
through
be
the
determined.
dishwasher.
Yeah, okay.
And then
But
I flip them upside down.
do you
No, the muffin
use
man?
do you use the rinse stuff?
I do.
Are you sure? Because
Oh, yeah.
Jillian may not have told you that you were out. Or have replaced it if it wasn't.
I mean, during that time, I actually don't drink out of these too often.
Okay.
And I typically will drink out of just one, and it's the Bourbon Hunter one.
Speaking of which, if you're in the market for a nice Kinsey dram, our website, www.bourbonhunters.com, has probably one of the most solid Kinsey drams I've ever encountered.
Yes.
I love those Kinsey drams. You see us post them on our site.
Comparing these two.
Yeah, that is flimsy and thin.
Flimsy, yes. I like this, but
And
it
delicate.
doesn't have
the girth and
the
heft.
Well, the brim where you would hold this with your fingers is quite a bit smaller on the Preservation Distillery one.
Yeah.
The top of it is, I mean, they're the same height.
It feels dainty.
Yes. And this isn't cheap feeling by any means. It feels
Ours is sturdy, I feel like. It feels hefty.
It's like a redwood of glasses.
Yeah. I mean, and this is not like a a sales pitch at all. This is just truly everyone we've talked to that's had that, they go on about how nice our glasses are.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree. Like, they're really, really strong and sturdy. They've got some heft to them. When you're holding it, you can just tell it's like a sturdier glass versus some of these other ones that just feel light.
And then this is a little bit better, but that one it looks flimsy.
Yeah, this one that I'm holding, this is
but
a
it's
regular
still
Glencairn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so what we're looking at right now, Tyler has one of those solo stoves that's not supposed to smoke, and it is smoking
like a motherfucker.
Like crazy. Like, it's... I'm surprised someone has not called the fire department.
Yeah. You continue to give details of this experience.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so he was... Before we started, he asked if I wanted to do a little fire, and he's got these little pellet packs that are supposed to burn for a half hour. And so he threw one in, lit it, and then he started bragging about his solo stove and how it's not supposed to smoke.
Some of them didn't catch, and it's ending, and that's when it gets smoky.
So he's saying some of them didn't catch fire, and it's coming to an end, and that's why it's getting
so
smoky. But this stove is not supposed to smoke.
No. But when it gets towards the end, it will.
Yeah, because that's all. It's like smoldering or whatever you want to call it.
Yes. And typically, and it's usually not this bad, but it's also fairly windy outside. So,
all right. So,
what do you get on the nose here?
Yeah, good question.
Besides manure and smoke, it's got a really. This reminds me of Four Roses.
Yeah, on the nose.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's.
It's got a great nose.
Yeah.
Like just a really good apricot nose, brown sugary.
Yeah, I get the brown sugar. I get the apricot, whatever. It definitely has a good nose to it. It smells to me like it's almost like got some complexity that we're going to get when we take a drink.
And some candied apple.
Maybe. I'm having trouble now over your damn solo stove smoke. But
yeah.
But let's dive into this. I want to drink this and see what I'm... Oh, there's the apple. Like a candied apple when I took the drink.
Yeah.
Almost
I think it
cherry.
reflects on the nose or on the mouth just as much.
Yeah, I think
like it.
It's nice. Yeah, I think that's really good. So what have you been up to? I know...
just having a kid. I don't have to travel for a couple weeks, which is nice. The next one is...
I'm the opposite.
Yeah. You got to leave pretty shortly.
2 days, yeah.
I'm
leaving on Thursday and don't come back.
Vegas, right?
Yeah, I get to sleep in my bed for one night on Friday night, then I turn around and leave for Vegas the night after. Or morning after. So, like, I'm in Toronto for Thursday, Friday, come back Friday evening, sleep at home, go to Vegas on Saturday.
Okay.
Or leave for Vegas on Saturday.
What a fail.
What's that?
The fucking
your
fire.
solo stove? Yeah.
What a fucking fail.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad I did not shower before I came here.
Yeah.
I'm still in my nasty workout clothes.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
I'm definitely going to smell like smoke when I go home.
Trina's going to be like, what the fuck?
She doesn't, I mean, this type of smoke she's fine with. Like, cigarette smoke, stuff like that, she would.
Yeah.
But
campfire,
that kind of stuff, she likes that.
Yeah.
But she'll still make me shower.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you smell like smoke.
Well, that's a nice parlay.
Well, she'll join me in our palatial shower.
Trina, do you smell like smoke too?
I think you need a shower as well. I just gave you a hug. It probably rubbed off on you.
Yeah. This is good. What do you think here?
I like it. I have a feeling I'm going to like all of these because I know what they are. I picked them out. I don't know what this is.
That's really, really nice.
Yeah. I got a small pour, so I'm already done with mine. But, you were being pretty stingy on the pour, but that's okay. Which is the opposite.
Okay.
When you come to my house, like, you're driving home drunk.
Jesus Christ. All right, let me go round 2 here.
All right. So he's back, and
we have
little better pours this time. So we'll get a little bit better chance to nose and taste on this one. Yeah, I have not really traveled extensively for work in 5 years. 4 years. No. It would have been 4 years, yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't travel that much before COVID.
Before COVID, I was traveling a decent amount, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least once or twice a month. But it was usually, I try to do in and out same day trips if possible.
Yeah.
So I'll fly out like 6 a.m. and then get back at like 9 or 10 or something like that if I can. My last job before the one I'm in now, which is the one I was traveling more, we would go for 2 or 3 days at a time. My boss Eric was he loved going to like James Beard restaurants and stuff like that, and so he would always book like 2 or 3 day meetings at a customer site, so just so he could go and I think enjoy some food at those locations.
Sure.
And so yeah, I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, but it was right when I was getting into bourbon and everything too. So it was kind of like. I would search for some bourbon while I was out.
Yeah.
I would, order some when we were at a place. But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy travel to some degree. I don't like being gone for long periods of time, like more than 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I like to sleep in my own bed. I like to have my own. I have a pretty good routine. It doesn't help that I have a gym, so I coach at that gym, so I've got to be there, and then otherwise we scramble and have to have people cover and stuff like that. But other than that, like I don't mind traveling occasionally. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to. If what's about to happen in the next week becomes the regular, I'll be probably looking for another job.
Yeah,
because it's not enjoyable.
And you're at an age that you just don't want to do it anymore.
It's not even as much that is I'm at a job where it should not be necessary.
Yeah.
And most of my demonstrations that I do work better if I'm not on site.
Sure.
Because what people need to see is what's happening on my phone or my iPad or whatever. And when I'm in a room with them, they're going to be looking at a big screen anyway.
Yeah.
It'd be just like if I'm across the country. They don't know the difference. Now, minus the benefit of being in person, shaking hands, things like that. But the way we did it before was salesperson would go on site, shake hands, make sure they were engaged, and then the demo would happen remotely.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfect. And then that allows me, there's only 2 of us in the country anyway, that allows us to do more demonstrations and not be out of pocket as long.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because when you're travel, you're not like...
I'm not working if I'm traveling.
Yeah.
Like I'm on site at a customer site. That's probably a 3-hour experience, whereas a demo for that same customer out of my calendar if I was at home would only be an hour.
Yeah.
So right there, and then if I'm traveling to and from their, location, if I'm in a flight, in an airplane or something like that, I'm not accessible. I can't.
Yeah. So question, this is when you travel, obviously when you're a salaried individual, there's no time clock, right? As far as like, hey, I work 8 to 4, 9 to 5, right?
When I'm traveling, no.
You're right.
At home, I've got my calendar blocked off after.
Yes,
5 p.m.
you have business hours,
Yeah.
but like you might still have to do stuff before or after. Like there's not.
I'll answer emails if something comes up, after 5.
Yeah.
Generally, what happens is at 5 o'clock, I'm at the gym. When I get back from the gym, I'll check my email. If anything's come up, I'll answer it.
Yeah,
I'll
because
respond.
you guys are West Coast. Or
We're
some of the
technically
team is.
our headquarters is based in Dallas. Technically,
Okay.
now our parent company's headquarters, I believe, and I should know this, but I think it's East Coast.
Okay. But you said some of the sales guys are West Coast.
A few of the salespeople that I support. In fact, I don't know that there's a single salesperson in my time zone.
Okay. So, well, I guess where I was getting with that is when you're traveling for work, you're technically gone for the entire time you leave your house so you get home. Like, the days either prior or the days after, like, do you make those lighter days almost to like make up? Pause it.
Yeah, I do actually. So we just had a buddy stop by and jump in. We had about a 20-minute conversation, so we were kind of going to restart the second one. Sorry for I guess it's no delay to you since we paused it. But Tyler's getting a refill real quick of the second one since we finished it while our buddy was here. And so we're going to pick back up where we left off. So once he gets out here, we'll start up again. Here he is. And so I know that we were nosing this. And Tyler's no-smoke stove is smoking worse than ever.
It's the worst fire I've ever fucking made in my life.
I don't know what's going on, man. It's not a very good sales pitch for this solo stove.
No, it's never
behaved like this.
Yes.
Ever?
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, not really.
That's so funny.
Not to this extent, where it's like literally 100% smoke. So luckily the winds died down and it's not really in our face.
I feel like I get a little bit of the corn in this one, just a touch.
Yeah.
There's some sweetness to it. I don't think it's youth in the flavor. I didn't taste any youth.
Actually, the flavor's great.
Mm-hmm. The first two we've had so far have been really good, I thought.
Yes.
Nice and complex. I don't know how much the smoke is actually affecting my flavor.
I don't think. To me, I'm fine.
I'm catching a little bit of it when I run the bourbon over my tongue, like. So I'm going to let you in on something. This is kind of neat. Probably more information than anyone on the show wants to hear, but apparently I've started snoring a lot lately.
Has your weight gone up?
No, but I think my allergies have gone up, and I don't know why. So my weight's actually stayed steady. I started snoring, and it was really frustrating, Trina. Like to the point where she would make me get up and sleep on the couch, or she would get up and sleep on the couch, or whatever. Like if I had to get up early in the morning, she'd go sleep on the couch, and vice versa. But it was to a point where I was like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
So we started looking up some things, and she ended up buying a pair of Bluetooth earphones that go like a headband, basically.
Yeah.
And tried to put in her noise-making stuff. It's like white noise.
Yeah.
And that didn't work. It was uncomfortable for her. And those things can actually double up as a what do you call those?
Like a face mask?
Yeah, cover your eyes if you want to, darken out the room or whatever. So that didn't work. And then we ordered this thing called Z Quiet, I think is what it's called. Just showed up. Proof that your phones are just listening to you. It just started showing up when we started talking about snoring and stuff. And so I ordered it, and it comes in 2 sizes. And ever since I've...
You got the large.
No, it's like how much it adjusts your jaw forward to keep it from collapsing down. So it's a mouthpiece, basically. Mm-hmm. And ever since I've gotten it, haven't snored.
Really?
Not once.
Mm.
She's like, it's crazy.
Can you sleep with the mouthpiece in, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're supposed to breathe through your nose.
Yeah. I mean, I sleep with the mouthpiece. My retainers in every night, so
it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, it's got play. It doesn't like.
It's hard to get used to.
It was hard to get used to. Now I'm actually used to it. The worst part about it, I think, is in the morning. First thing, my bite's off a little bit because it's pulled my jaw forward all night long.
Yeah,
and so it takes. They tell you to chew some like sugarless gum or something, or eat something and not try to chomp on it. Just kind of chew it lightly, and then eventually your jaw slides back into place. But it's been a godsend for us sleeping at night. I mean, she's not complaining. She's not. And the worst part for me is if she would try to nudge me and get me to roll in a different direction or something in hopes. And so that would interrupt my sleep. Yeah. And so even if she went to sleep on the couch, until that happened, she would try, 3 or 4 times, and that just interrupted my sleep and made my sleep shit. So.
Yeah. I snore, but I think it's, well, if I'm a little bit more congested or if I'm just fat.
Well, some people, I think, find snoring as soothing when they hear it. Trina's not one of those people. It annoys and pisses her off. It actually gets her so mad that then she can't fall asleep.
I won't hear it in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like if I'm asleep.
You won't because you're sleeping.
Exactly.
But sometimes you'll stop breathing because you're snoring so bad, or you'll wake yourself up or something.
That's funny.
But
let's dive into numero 3.
So yeah, this second one's pretty damn good. Pretty complex. A lot of stuff going on. So again, these are all, and I know I already said this, but these are all. Mostly accessible bourbons over 100 proof.
Yeah. Getting a little bit more caramel toffee on the nose here. I'm not going to lie, the smoke's throwing me off here, but it still comes through quite a bit.
Yeah, I do get that. A little toffiness. I don't get the caramel so much. I know that's kind of...
A little corn, too.
On this one, yeah. Getting a lot of smoke. It's interesting.
That was an epic fail. I haven't had a fail that bad in a while.
Wow, this is interesting.
I really like that palate.
Yeah, it's good. It's unique. I don't know that I know what this is, and I don't know what the flavors I'm getting are yet, but it's unique, and it had a good coat to the tongue. What do you think so far? Like,
it stands out like I should know what this is.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same, but I haven't been able to place any of these, to be honest, at this point.
If I had to say, to me, this seems like a Wild Turkey product. That or an Old Forester.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I like it. I think I like this more than number 2. I don't know about as much as number 1.
Who does number 2 work for?
Depends on the night.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is really good. I think we're going to make this a shorter episode because we just talked for like 40 minutes with a buddy. So we're going to get through these next 2 pretty quick, I think.
Sure.
Just only because I've got to get home. Not as early as Brett would have had to have gotten home, but still. Yeah, this is good. I like this one here.
Probably wouldn't have invited them. You wouldn't have invited them to stop over if Brett was here.
Right, that's true. That's true. I did, just because I knew they were in the neighborhood, and I hadn't seen them in a minute.
You want me to go get number 4?
Saw them on St. Patty's Day, actually. Went out with them on St. Patty's Day when Purdue lost in the first round of the...
Yeah.
They're Purdue grads.
I know.
Both of them are. Yeah, grab number 4. I'm going to put number 4 against number 3 and see what we get. All right, Tyler's back with number 4. It's numero D.
I just have to tell you this. One of my biggest quick triggered anger comes from a dog that stands right fucking behind you.
So that gets you angry
so quickly.
Like,
and
what,
it did to my dad
behind you, like
so Aria, like a lot of times when I'm cooking, she'll literally she'll be stealthy and she'll fucking lay down 2 inches behind my heels. So I have to like shuffle like it's the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Or I'm on my ass.
Have you done that before?
Yes.
You've fallen?
Yeah, and I fucking Jillian was like, "What the fuck happened?" And I'm like, "Goddamn fucking Aria." Like she literally, like, I was standing there barefoot and she comes up and stands next to me, except her paw is on my fucking foot.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, get the fuck off me.
They just want to be around you.
God. Yeah, and I understand.
You're the master.
Perspective is everything, talking about, you know.
Perspective.
Perspective.
Not perspective.
Perspective. But dude, she like, I literally was right there and was filling them up and turn around and just right into her, and I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
She wants to be near you.
She does. She's a psycho.
So Bella is
Look
funny.
at her.
Anytime we do anything in the kitchen,
look how sad she looks.
I know.
For no fucking
You know
reason.
how we have the carpet runner that runs like the length of our kitchen? Bella lays on that whenever we're in the kitchen, but she'll lay in front of you. So you're like not able to get to the counter.
Yeah.
And so she'll just lay there. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The only thing that will make her get up is if you open up the dishwasher.
Sure.
If you open up the dishwasher, she'll get up and get out of the way. Like, I think it, like, oh shit, what do you,
Yeah.
You're
What's
about
going
to
on?
start making noises, clanking dishes or something.
Clanking.
But like she will not move. And in fact, if you're moving around, she'll try to move and try to stay in front of you. It's so funny. So funny. It's irritating, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't get triggered angry like you apparently
I
do.
get fucking angry.
But I can understand if she's behind you, you might accidentally trip and fall.
Yeah, all the fucking time.
Yeah, I get that. But like in front of me, it's just more irritating because I have to like stand further away from the counter than I want to, you know?
I think Carl's up to no good.
Probably.
When I came in, he came trotting over like he was up to no fucking good.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
And I'm just like, where could he be? The only place he could be is in the bedroom looking out.
He probably is.
Yeah.
I think I actually may see him. I'm not
Nice.
sure.
What a fucking scoundrel.
He's like, hey guys, just looking from another perspective.
The
What
nose.
did you say? Perspective.
Yeah, perspective. The nose on this is pretty muted. I'm not getting anything pear that kind of sticks out, like a mint, maybe.
Damn. I have no idea what any of these are. I would not be surprised, though, if you poured from the same one 4 times.
How fucking funny would that be?
Just knowing you, even if you didn't mean to do it. That's what I'm saying.
I know. Fuck.
No, this is good on the palate too. It's got a nice mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's right there. He's fine.
A fucking dick. Where'd he go? Is he looking out the window?
No, he just walked back into the living room.
No. The blind's closed in the front, so.
Brown sugar on the palate. Vanilla. This is pretty good.
Pretty
But you're
good.
right, on the nose, I don't get much. This is probably my least favorite nose because I didn't really get anything except for smoke and manure.
Yeah. Well, the manure smell's gone. It's just pure.
I know.
It's our nose hairs are singed.
It's all
with
singed
fucking
from smoke. Yeah. All smoke. So every one of these has a smokiness that I don't remember.
Yeah. This must have been aged for like 15 years.
This is good.
I like it. I've
liked every one of these.
I think 2 is my least favorite, even though it's really, really good.
Yeah, they were all really good, I think.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to know the order in which you brought them out. That's what I'm intrigued.
You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah. So So, do we want to rank these first, and then you tell us what they are?
Sure.
And which color they are?
So number 1 is number 1 for me.
So your favorite was the first one.
First one, yep. The third one is my second favorite. The fourth one is my third favorite, and second is my least favorite, even though they're all pretty damn good.
I would say third is my favorite, first is my second favorite, fourth is my third favorite, and the second one's my least favorite. And the fourth one would have been my favorite had it had a better nose.
Okay. So we'll go in order from how I brought them out.
All right.
The first one was the Red Dot.
Okay. Maker's 46.
Interesting.
Cask strength.
Ooh, that explains everything.
Maker's 46 cask strength.
That explains it, yes.
Okay.
Purple, which was my least favorite and your least favorite, is number 2.
That is Belmead Reserve at 108.3 proof. Now, the first one is 110.3 proof.
Okay.
That was Maker's Mark Cask, 110.3. This was 108.3.
So, number 3, which was my second favorite, and I think your third favorite.
No,
maybe.
we were both. What flip-flop for us was your 1 and my 2.
Oh, okay.
3 was your what? 3 was
my
your
second.
favorite. Or
second.
1 was your favorite. 3 was
Yes.
your second.
So these
3
are
was my first.
Gotcha.
1
okay.
was my second.
So, number 3.
Say it was orange.
Yellow.
Oh, Old Ezra 7.
Interesting.
At 100 and what is there?
Do you have any of that? No.
What do you mean? Do I have any of that?
Left.
Number 3. Yes. No. Yeah, this one.
It's just got. It's very.
That's 117 proof.
It's just very complex. Like it's just got a good amount going.
I agree. There's a lot going on. And so that means the last one we drank,
Yes,
which was
orange.
your third favorite, that is Old Grandad 114.
Ooh.
So this is the lineup.
Very nice. That is a great blind.
Yeah.
With just some completely random
Stuff
stuff.
that we just don't drink very often.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd surprise us with.
Yeah. Old Grandad 114. When's the last fucking time we had that?
Right? I usually have it in the wintertime. That's
Yeah.
when I drink it, that Maker's Mark 101, because I think it's got like a cinnamony kind of flavor. And I think our palates were a little thrown off today with the smoke, but
I don't know how much.
But I think the flavors
I'm thrown off by the fact that it's not fucking working right.
That's blowing me away, because that's what they advertise about is smokeless ovens or whatever you want to call it.
Did you see when it was going though? Like
at first there was no smoke coming out of it at all,
but like
now it's just smoldering.
It's smoldering, and then
the smoke's like just coming right out of it.
Yeah, and instead of 30 minutes, like we probably got like 15 minutes of
maybe
of
but
fire.
I bet you that it burns faster in there because it burns hotter. I bet.
Sure.
So I bet
because of the way the oxygen
convection or whatever that happens.
Yeah.
So I would think that's probably why. I have no
And I don't think the
reason.
The two logs that I threw in there, I don't think they caught. So I think that's adding to the smoldering.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, let's wrap this up like a teenage wiener.
Do they wrap it up usually?
I didn't, but
Jesus. Oh, so many onion layers.
Yes,
so many onion layers
to my life, or just
the stories of Tyler.
Yeah,
we need to have a book of Tyler.
We
need to make a book of Tyler, sell it on our website.
This has been like an idea of my friends as well.
Book of Tyler?
Yes. Tylerisms, they call it.
Well, I already have an episode. I already have a Facebook page called Royisms.
Yes.
On Facebook that is funny. It's our buddy Roy, who wasn't even on Facebook when we started it. And I haven't done much to it in a while, but now that he's back at the gym, he's on the CrossFit side again, and he's been there for a couple months. I need to start publishing stuff to the Royisms page. So if you ever are on Facebook, check out the Royisms page on Facebook and just grab some popcorn, grab a beer, grab a bourbon, and just read through them. Everything in that is something he has actually said. It's actually so ridiculous.
We had a podcast of...
We should have him on the podcast.
Absolutely.
God.
But he doesn't drink.
Yeah, he will once in a while.
Okay.
He came in and he drank with me on Friday.
Let's have Roy on here.
Yes.
Because he doesn't live far from here.
No, he is a character.
A caricature.
Caricature. When he knows he's being paid attention to,
sometimes he
dials it up. No,
you think?
No, he always dials it up. The first thing he does whenever he walks in our gym is gains. Like every time he walks in. And I guess it got so bad on the Project Lift side that Sam, in the Slack channel that they use, he made a bot that anytime the word gains is used, it comes in with like a response. And it's got like a 3 or 4 option, it like randomly picks a response to the word gains. So like, Sam's.
Yes.
So anyway.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, it is.
Good for Sam.
Yeah, Sam is our resident computer nerd. That's Shaw.
Shaw.
Yeah. He is our resident computer nerd, frequent guest on the show, him and Rudra. In fact, I forgot to respond to him tonight. He actually asked if he could hang out with us tonight, and I forgot.
Who said that?
Huh?
Sam or Rudra?
Sam.
Oh. Well, what a God.
I just didn't get back to him because I had a busy day today.
Yeah.
And I had to work out at noon so I could come here and all that stuff, and I just totally forgot.
It's difficult for you, man.
But, yeah, whatever.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, all right, man. Thanks for joining. This is an abbreviated episode. I apologize. Only because we had a little sidetrack for about a half hour, 45 minutes.
But
that was nice.
It was a beautiful night.
Yeah,
but
it was great. Sitting out on the patio, first night on the patio for the season.
Yeah, but what a flounder.
Yeah, Brett stood us up. Jason stood us up. Britt and Heath stood us up.
Jimmy stood us up. He's my neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
You've met him.
Yeah.
Most of those people I don't know stood us up.
Yeah.
But
just shenanigans.
A night of shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right.
So join us next week when hopefully the gang gets back together.
Is this Always Sunny?
Yeah.
The gang's back together.
So hopefully the gang's back together next episode. We'll see. It's been a little span of only one other person plus me for the last few weeks. Yeah, so
nice.
Let's hope to change that. So for your listening pleasure, actually, because you don't want to listen to me.
I will not be here next week.
Fucking fuck. I won't either. That's why we have this is our third episode in the
My boss is coming in town.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hopefully I'm not getting fired.
You don't need to record again for 2 weeks.
Okay.
That was the whole point of doing tonight. So thanks. We'll see you guys next week in Radio. Thank you for joining in for yet another episode of the Bourbon Hunters. If you like what you hear, please leave us a good rating on Apple, Podbean, Google, or wherever you are listening. It definitely helps us to get great guests on our show. And follow us on Instagram and the Facebooks to keep up to date with what is in our glass. As always, sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy some bourbon.